You've chosen a podcast by Low Moon Vagabonds. Vagabonds is the newest section of the campaign, and we're looking forward to entertaining you going forward.
By her, I'm going to try to see if I can remove the trap first.
I just thought I'd give you the opportunity to. Okay. All right.
I am wise enough.
Roll for remove traps.
I am wise enough to do that.
Was she?
Oh, nice.
But she didn't. Okay, so yes. You look back and you can see that just inside that door is a cylindrical mechanism that just rotates the pin up into place if somebody reaches their hand inside the handle to open the door. So it's pretty easy to just open the door at the bottom and not trigger it. Okay, so you do. Inside is what looks to be like the shelves of a medicine cabinet, and on the shelves of the cabinet are just three. I may correct the number later because I have a prop, but I think it's 3 handles. They look like door handles or cabinet handles. They're not door handles like you turn; they're like cabinet handles.
Are they wood?
They're made of probably brass or some silverish, shiny metal. They are.
Well, I have
very nicely crafted.
I have weaponsmithing, so.
You can tell that they are very nicely crafted. They're special in some way.
I'll put them in my bag.
Want to grab me with you? Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. So you're going to pull them out?
Yep, I'll put them. Well, I'll make sure that there's not a pressure trap underneath them or anything.
Okay, so you're going to check for traps first?
Yeah.
Okay, roll. Check for traps.
24.
Okay. You do not see any traps on the shelf, inside the inside the cabinet, anything.
Well, I guess I'll put them in my bag.
Okay. So you notice as you pick them up that they do have the necessary bolt. So the bolt passes through a cabinet door or something like that, and then it screws into them, and then so the bolt would be fully hidden. That also speaks of high technology or high skill or high craftsmanship because, a lot of handles, you just screw them in from the front.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But these are just designed to come from the inside and mount, so the screws would be completely hidden. Pretty nice. And because they were hidden in that little cabinet all by themselves, it makes you think they could be extra special. Okay. What time we got here? We got a little time left. All right.
So 3 well-crafted metal knobs.
Yeah, I actually have a prop I'll give you.
Okay.
Or if you wind up carrying them.
I'll definitely carry them.
For the moment.
Yeah, for the moment, I'll definitely carry them.
Okay. All right. So Lotus and Nick and Iris all see him open the cabinet, see the handles, and take them out. Okay, and put them in his bag or wherever you're putting them. Okay. Holly, roll a d20 again. Yes, the snack cakes are fine. Snack cakes. You have Oreos. Anything that's over there, you can have.
Is that bad?
So it's good. Those handles, you'd want to look at them closer, but their craftsmanship is similar enough to the pieces that you carry for your father, and so you guess they might be ship parts, made for cabinets aboard ship. And you've already begun to have some suspicions that the rings that you have may have some special properties. Or there might be something special about them. It's a pretty big deal to carry, to take the rings 1,000 miles across the world, and for him to send his daughters, and he said it's important. And then now it sounds like maybe efforts have been made to stop the shipment or stop you guys or just kill you guys outright or something. So there's something suspicious going on. Yeah. And so the handles may be related somehow to the gnome, to your dad, to Anyway, you might like to get a look at them at some point. Yeah. Right now, you just put them away, and you guys are holding up all the wood. So can Iris get Hibiscus out from behind while they're still holding it? At some point, you're going to have to come up with a way to get the last person out. That's going to be the problem.
I'll try.
Okay, so what is your strength?
9.
Okay, so you think you can get her out, but it's going to be work. You're not very strong. Do you want to help her? I know you're not very strong either, but the two of you together could get her out.
As soon as I'm done putting them in my bag, I'll help get her out.
So Umbar and Iris will squeeze Hibiscus past the
edge. As I'm walking past, I'm like, think you can hold this for like 5 more minutes? Of course. You're doing great, guys.
All right. And so one of you needs to make a dex check at half. Who's got the better dex? She's got 17. What do you got? 18. All right. So it's 9 or 9. Who's rolling?
Oh, 9 exactly.
Okay. All right. So you managed to squeeze her past without her getting hurt. And you guys, all 4 of you are back at the stairs now. Which leaves the 2 of you holding up the wyvern's nest, or the bulk of it. So basically at this point you have somebody's going to have to hold it while somebody leaves, or you're going to have to come up with another kind of a plan.
One's holding while she's...
Alright, he offers to hold it while you leave. You're not sure then how he's going to get out.
Can we slowly walk? Yeah, walk down it, and then...
To get closer to the stairs?
Lay it down, yeah.
Yeah? In theory.
We both, when it be... because he's going to have to push it and then run. And
right, so she's proposing that the 2 of you work together and kind of walk along it and just keep shoving it to the left away from the stairs.
We could do it that way.
It sounds better than your idea, you think?
I'm just a big dummy.
Yep. Okay. Although it was nice that you did.
Or whatever, his wisdom is the same as yours.
Well, you're a little dummy.
Yes. The 2 not so wise and intelligent people are also the 2 strong people. That's not uncommon. Holding up the nest.
Our brains are our biceps.
So,
yep.
How long would I think it would take me to chop away so they can just kind of the section underneath, just kind of cut it out like this so they could just toss that section away?
Quite a while, probably. Probably 4 or 5 feet thick and made of
so it would take
150 or whatever.
The idea
in any case, what you see is they're working toward the stairs. They're hand over handing it and pushing it, and he keeps pushing to you, and you push it off, and so it starts to fall down on the opposite side of the room into the space that Lotus had previously created, and you get to the point where you just have to push past the last of it and get to the stairs. Both of you roll Ben Bars lift gates 1 time, and if you're successful, you'll be out.
What is that?
Percentile dice level. So far, you've not really done that successfully. I was not helpful.
60.
69, dude. What did you roll?
73.
Okay, all right. So what happens is that you've got this one big mound of stuff that's, unfortunately, it had fallen down previously against the wall. So now you're trying to pick it up and put it over. And as you do so, it basically falls apart and it's falling down on you in bits. So there's branches that are falling. You get a scratch on your face. Your shirt gets ripped again. A big clunk of a log hits you on the side of your ear. And you're not trapped, but as you're doing that, individual ones are cutting you up a little bit. To the point that Nick takes 1 point of damage and Lotus takes 2. Okay? And at that point then, you manage to push past the last of it and get out. Now all 5 of you, including the unconscious Hibiscus, are all jammed at the top of the stairs in a too small space. So it's probably necessary for somebody to start going down.
I can go down.
Okay. So the 2 of you head down. You can take Hibiscus with you, for that matter. If somebody's got to carry her down the stairs and just want to throw her down the stairs, that's probably wouldn't be good. All right. So you're all down out of the lab. The only thing we didn't do is I did want to give you a chance to search. I'll do that real quick. And you did find something of interest.
I'm particularly interested in books.
Well, you don't really get to choose.
I know.
So.
It's
It's not a marketplace. All right. Nope, you found a ring. Ooh.
Is it?
But you can leave it if you're not interested.
Oh no. You like shiny things, too.
Yes, who doesn't?
Is it the one that Frodo Baggins had?
Hopefully not.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Not the ring you want. Which part is it again? It's
Don't suck.
They think that is
3C2.
Lord of
3C.
the Rings. I've never actually watched them.
That part of that movie is boring.
They do think it's boring. I
The movie's not boring.
I've never watched any of those movies
I've
all the way
seen
through.
them all.
I've watched bits and pieces of every single one of them.
I've seen them all. I love them.
Yeah, I've never watched them all the way through.
Not top 5 of the cult flicks or fantasy flicks that I love. I do love them. They're very good. I really like Return of the King. I could skip the whole. I wish they would have just cut the whole Gollum thing out. I hate it. It's so slow, and like he gets so much screen time, and he's not an entertaining character at all.
And he's not really that important of a character.
Well, I mean,
from my understanding.
He tries to get the ring.
He tries to get the ring. Well, he's really important at the end. They fight over the ring.
Yeah.
So he's important then, and he keeps trying to trick them all along the way. But he's just like I would not have given him that much screen time. I would not. That in fact, it's the worst part of the movies. The whole thing is the time where he has all that screen time. He's arguing with himself.
Like, it's just weird.
and then because he's multi-personality disorder, and then they don't kill him. He keeps betraying them, and they don't kill him. Like adventurers are. I mean, I understand they're hobbits, and they feel bad for him and whatever, but
when you betray someone,
slice the dude's throat and get it over with.
When you portray somebody so many times, at what point do you just
because he's really just like tricky about it, but a couple times he gets caught betraying them, and they still.
No. Like at what point do you just?
Well, the D&D that we play, somebody would have killed him. I tell you that right now. Okay. Yep. So it is a simple. It is a simple silver ring.
Just a simple silver ring.
It is a simple silver ring. It's a little too big for any of your fingers. It looks like it would fit on your thumb. But if it's magical, it might resize when you put it on.
I don't see any kind of markings or anything.
It's a simple silver ring. No markings, no gems, nothing.
Okay. I'll put it on my pinky.
Okay, it resizes to fit.
It's a good sign. Or a bad sign.
It's magical. Whether it's cursed or not, we don't know. But it's magical. Okay.
Good sign.
All right.
Or it's a bad sign.
That took place while you were searching the room previously. All right. So then the party back down the spiral staircase safely. Hibiscus is unconscious.
That potion worked.
Oh, I forgot to finish the potion. So you got to the point where you had poured about half of it in, and it didn't seem to be doing anything. Are you continuing?
Why not?
That's what I figured. Okay. So she had poured about half of it in, and it did not heal her.
So Hannah has a bless. Can she bless it?
I mean, she can bless it, but it won't. It's not going to wake her up.
Doesn't change the contents of the bottle.
Okay.
A present has something that can do that.
So you are back downstairs in the living room. So as far as things of interest here in the house, the only thing that remains of interest is the tower, which you hadn't figured out how to get to it.
I did mention that. Just to clarify, I did mention when I came back off.
You have to have either anatomy or healing proficiency to actually get hit points back.
I mean, like wrap them.
Yes, definitely. I mean, and cleaning your wounds and wrap your wounds is definitely something you want to do.
Then change.
She could do healing on you though, because you took that damage in that room.
Okay.
So you want to roll healing on her? We'll assume you guys are hanging out in the living room
Could she do it
for a
with
minute.
Natalie?
Definitely not
she
hanging
failed
out with
she
her
rolled a
in the
natural
kitchen.
20.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not hanging out in the kitchen.
Now the kitchen's a little creepy.
Is it D20?
Yep. So roll a d20.
I want nothing to do with the spider.
18 is your maximum, so roll a d6. Divide by 2.
4.
So you get 2 points back.
Okay. at home.
Nick also got wounded if you want to do him as well. You can only get back whatever you lost in that room. I think you lost 3, 2.
12.
2, I think.
Okay, successful. Go ahead. Roll your d6.
2.
You rolled a 2, so you get 1.
No, from what I lost.
You only get 1 back anyway.
He
So.
only got 1 point. He only had 1.
I think
I had 2.
Okay. I think you took 1 at the end when it hit you on the ear. I think you took 1 before that. Didn't you take 1 before that? No.
No, I think
He's back.
Anyway, you only get 1 back anyway.
Yeah, he's down to 9.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you get 1 back. All right.
Is there any way we can like change?
Yep. So, I mean, you get anything you want. So you're inside. It's safe here. In the living room, there's no windows to outside at all.
I will recommend
So-
everyone that we head back to the ship.
So heading back to the ship is a 3-mile journey through the jungle without a guide. Because the guide was the gnome. So it is doable. I mean, you can navigate. You think you could find your way.
Are we going to try the tower?
Also, don't forget that the stairs between here and down are broken.
Oh.
So it's going to be,
Well,
you have to go there,
how about-
rig ropes or climb, and Hibiscus is unconscious. You have to go there, rig ropes or climb, get across the other side of the stairs, walk to the bottom of the mountain, cross the jungle back to the ship.
How about this then?
Can we lay her in the bed maybe? And let
Yeah, if she sleeps for 6 hours, she'll probably come to consciousness.
Why don't we lay her in the bed?
Do you think, what time of day is it?
It's evening.
So it's going to be getting dark.
It'll get dark. It probably would get dark before you get back to the ship.
Okay, so then yeah, so.
Yeah, there are actually 4 of them.
Then maybe eat.
So,
Maybe eat.
Then I will recommend to everyone that since it's going to be getting dark and we shouldn't travel in an unknown jungle while it's dark, we should rest here for the night. Wait till daybreak, let people get healed. And I'm going to go check out this tower.
If all of the clerics, like if Anne and Iris sleep 4 hours, they can get first level spells back, which would give you cure
Well,
lights.
Haley has it
I need to
too,
get my
right?
spells back too.
Yeah,
Haley would have that too?
yeah. Iris could sleep 4 hours and then she could get her cure lights back, for example. So basically, if you guys stayed here
I
for
want to do it before
6
dark.
hours, which would only be, I mean, it'd still be the middle of the night,
So
at that
if they
point.
rest,
then everybody could probably be pretty close to
You
full.
said 3 could fit in the bed. They
Yeah.
could rest there. I could try to cook.
I have my hammock.
Yep.
How often
You could probably
There's some in the kitchen.
There's some in the kitchen, yep.
Was there food in there you said you found?
There really wasn't. Now, I think you guys had some, but I think you also gave some off on the ship.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just take a couple of days' rations and everybody could eat enough not to be hungry. Spread it around.
I gave all the apples away, so I don't have any.
Yeah. Also, you did see, you didn't collect it at the time because it wasn't convenient, but you saw a small crate that looked like it was crackers in the room upstairs. Somebody could get that. And then there was a small cask of something. It might have been water, ale, whatever. And you got water in the sink. So you can make it work is the point. You won't have to go hungry.
Okay.
We got 14.
Also, say it again.
We got 14 rations.
She says she has 3
Oh, in your
meals.
backpack.
She
Okay.
has 3 meals.
Ah, there you go. So if you use fresh meals and if somebody can cook, you could make dinner,
I don't
basically.
know. How do you know you have cooked?
It would be a skill under, you don't have it because we already looked. Somebody else might have it, I don't know.
I thought someone did.
I think somebody was cooking, but Umbar was cooking, but he didn't actually have the skill.
Yep, I was cooking, but I don't know what I'm doing.
So we're going to fast forward a little bit because we're running low on time.
I was interested in trying to find a way to get to that tower before it got dark.
So this is to be continued? Basically
No,
stopping?
we're not stopping. We're going to stop soon, but not yet. Okay, so that's an option if you want to go out. Right now, the only way that you know of to get to the tower would be to go out via the roof and cross over to it. But you could explore around that side of the house and see
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go out and see if there was another way, a safer way to climb.
Also, I mean, considering everybody here can see in the dark, daytime, nighttime doesn't really matter much. You could take the rest first, everybody get their spells back, and then go for the tower.
Yeah.
You
That
still
actually
go
would
to
make
for
more
the tower in
sense.
the middle of the night, and as long as
Yeah.
nothing goes south, then you can wait a daybreak to go back down.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, so we're going to go 4 hours sleep to start with. Then spellcasters can replace their spells, except for Hibiscus because she's still unconscious at that time.
How much sleep would she need before she can like?
She'd be awake at 6 hours, but the thing is, once they get cure lights, they could heal her.
Oh, okay.
So, and you're going to want to use as many cure lights as you can to get everybody up to close to full before you go do whatever.
It's a jumbo, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we rest, I'm going to read. I'm going to pretend I'm reading that book.
Oh, also you can look at your scroll.
That scroll.
Yep. All right. So on your spells, so how many first level spells do you get? 3?
Where's that?
So you have the list of spells. You said you had Bless, I think Magic Stone, and Command. So is that 3?
Command. Well, invisibility is marked off. She has 4 commands. It says Magic Stone and Bless. Where would this be at?
Command.
So on your rest, how much hit points?
She got 6 abilities.
Full night's rest gives
she
you
doesn't
2
have
hit
that.
points.
So she's a first level cleric. What's your wisdom?
So
4 hours.
Her wisdom
Wisdom
is
is
18.
18.
Okay, so she should have 3 spells.
To get the 2.
She picks 3?
She picks 3.
So
She
she
gets
has
So now you can because you're resting, you can get 1, 2, or 3 cure lights if you wanted to. But then you might want to get something else as well. Like, so the healing isn't the only thing you can do. But bottom line is you're going to sleep 4 hours, then you can pick through any 3 spells off your list.
Write it down.
And then write down what 3 spells you want. I would, at this point you've got people pretty beat up, I would recommend,
Healing.
yep, I got paper somewhere. Anyway, I would recommend to get at least probably 1 or 2 cure lights because
rest.
a lot of people are pretty beat up.
To get the 2 hours.
Yeah, and then if we're going through a jungle, you never
Is that a full 8-hour rest or?
It's gonna be goblins, trolls.
Yeah. Oh, here. If you can think of a monster, it's in this game. Interested in giving financially to Low Moon and support the campaign? Text LMGIVE, that's LMGIVE, to 419-419-0095. Yeah, that's where the Demogorgon came from, was going to be not, I don't run them, but they are in the 5e books. I've never run them.
Would I think if I study this book enough, I could start figuring out what it says?
I can read different languages.
Which book are you?
It's the ancient book that's written in ancient Geography. He doesn't speak.
Oh.
It's the one that he got it as a gift from Peter.
You don't know what. Probably not without some assistance.
Okay.
Not without something to cross-reference with. You just don't have a point of reference.
Okay.
You might get some of like code, deciphering code kind of thing. Like, very small words would be a, and, something like that. You might get tiny phrases, but you're not going to get any real meaning unless you have something to cross-reference with.
What is invisibility to undead?
So if you're fighting zombies or skeletons or whatever, you cast that spell, they can't see you.
How many hours of sleep do you need to get the 2 hit points?
You get 2 hit points, that's 6 hours. 6, okay, that's what I thought.
But
It was
she has
6.
6 cure lights.
So we have,
She
if
do
we
all
get
6
6 hours of rest, which is perfectly doable.
3 spells per day. That's just
No,
That's what
it's
I'm doing.
enough,
I'm
okay.
resting 6
so
hours.
she can just
I'm
write down
sleeping a
item
minimum of
number
6
6
hours.
and number 11 and number 16, for example.
So,
Is that what you want to do?
I would take it
What's
for
your
and
life?
maybe 4 cure lights because you're...
No,
you can always...
For them, they have to do
If
it.
it turns out not to be enough, we
to
just
get their spells back.
sleep and memorize it again.
So a number of hours to get your spell.
1.
that'll bring
Even
you
if she gets healed, she's going to be at 0. So
Okay.
she's going to be 1 minimum.
one step
maybe 2.
closer to my full.
What's your expense at right now?
I ain't no answer for it.
I'm the one that's like that one in the front.
I think she's
Okay, so she's at 6.
That's the frontline fighter.
5?
4.
You're at 4.
Xavier,
So
Xavier
she's-
has got his luck. She'll be fine hours because of that.
What's your
He's
expense?
at
I'm at 4, and my total's 9.
top 9.
So he needs a cure light minimum, maybe 2.
After we rest, I'll be full.
What's Lewis at?
I'm full.
Once we rest, if I rest 6 hours, I can get it.
Right. So here's the thing. If you sleep 4 hours and get up and memorize, you won't get the 2 points.
Oh no, I'm sleeping 6
All right,
hours.
so we're sleeping 6 hours. So let's just say that everybody sleeps 6 hours. Everybody gets 2 hit points from sleeping 6 hours. So that includes you, which means you're on the verge of unconsciousness now because you're at 0, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm at 6, so I need 3 more days.
Which means you could pray. You can pray on the verge of unconsciousness. You'll just fall asleep a lot. So it'll take you a lot longer than normal. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the best you got because
Cecil chips.
they can't heal you until they get their spells.
Alright. Trying to figure out how many spells.
You gotta try these. I gotta buy more of them.
Are they hot?
Yeah,
I knew it.
I did notice this
They're not
box
super
back here that's been hanging out for.
I had a couple of those. I wanted to try those.
That brown box right there is full of all the things that you're digging out from behind the table right now.
Yes, we complicated.
No, it usually come out anyway. Okay, gotta hurry. That's what I said. 2 for $3. At the grocery store on Broadway because they expire like in 2 days. Well, not expire, but use by date.
Alright, then it should be.
Okay, so now, are you going to try to pray? Okay, so it isn't easy. This is how it works. You're going to roll, pray for 15 minutes, and you're going to roll 15 D6. And every time you rolled even, you spent that minute unconscious, so you didn't get it done. Basically, I need more D6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Okay, here we go. So you're going to roll these. You pray for 15 minutes, and every even one means you were actually unconscious during that minute. And you didn't.
They're all gonna be even.
Just roll all those.
Oh my goodness, that would be so hilarious.
Oh, one roll
Nice
over
one,
here.
Barb.
That's 2.
Now re-roll this one. Almost one. Awake. It's a lot of even numbers. Awake. Okay. So after 15 minutes, you've managed to pray.
That's actually a pretty good average.
That's good. So you managed to pray for 8 minutes out of the 15. Okay. So then you're going to try again. So we're half. So let's see. Try. If you roll really super well, you can do it in 7 minutes. So that's not that. So we'll do this. Here's 11 minutes. Try that.
One. It's underneath the chair.
3, 4, 5. Yes, you're at 14 minutes. You need one more to get your first spell back. So try 3. Got it. All right. So pick one spell and you have it back. That's how it works. And it took you about 25 minutes. I would cure light. No, I don't know. Because can't everybody take a bunch of cure lights and all we'll have is healing.
Do you have healing?
Some healing is good. At first level, if you have 3 spells, it is wise for one of them to be cure light at least.
How many spells do I get? I'm having an issue finding it.
It should be 3.
I'll try.
1 plus wisdom bonus.
Because I have an 18 wisdom, so that gives me
2 bursts.
2 bursts.
1 plus
Jalapeno ranch.
Yeah, those are actually pretty good.
I'm probably going to need rest.
Okay. There's salsa in the fridge.
What about cantrips?
So cantrips replace your first level spells. So if you want to have cantrips, you have 4 per 1. If you give up one of your first level spells, you can get 4 cantrips. Okay. So for the sake of the story, we're going to say one of you guys, when you finish, pick who wants to cast a Cure Light Wounds on Hibiscus. Iris will? Alright, roll a d8.
Oh no! That's not what I wanted to do. Come back.
This one.
No, that's a d12.
Okay. So
Yep.
I got a 1.
Okay. So now you're at 1, and you stop passing out.
Yay!
How many first level spells do you get? What's your wisdom?
16.
Okay, so you get 3. So you were most of the way through your second spell when she came and healed you, and then after that you stop passing out and you get your third spell. So you can pick all 3 of your spells. Okay. So we're going to be at about 7 hours. Everyone's gotten 6 hours sleep, plus everyone's got a chance to get a spell out. To look at the scroll, so it's 15 minutes to get a basic idea of what's there, but you won't necessarily know what the spell is. You'll just say, well, it's an offensive spell, or it's a miscellaneous spell. It's higher level than I can cast, something like that. If you spend an hour, if it's of a level that you can cast, and you can roll to see if you know that spell or not. Okay? So first of all, you had to sleep for 6 hours, then 15 minutes to get your 1 spell back in memory. Okay? So did you take sleep again?
What do you mean, like?
So you get to replace 1 spell. For 15 minutes, you can replace 1 spell.
I'll keep the sleep.
Okay, so you got that back. And then you look at the scroll.
Okay.
And so you're at 6 hours and 15 minutes right there. Okay? So if you, let's say you spend 15 minutes to start with, and we'll see what we see. Okay? All right.
So could I have taken 4 hours of sleep instead of 6?
You could.
I'm at full.
You were already at full previously? Yes, then you could have done that. Yep. So you took 4 hours. So you were only 4 hours and 15 minutes then.
Okay.
So now you've got more time to
Study the book?
study it. Yep, the scroll.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you want to take it over, we're
Okay.
all
So
still asleep.
you peruse it, and you can see that it appears to have 4 spells on it.
Okay.
Okay? 2 that are a little smaller, 2 that are a little bigger.
Okay.
All right? You spend 15, so you can pretty much guarantee if some are smaller and some are bigger, the bigger ones are too big for you.
Okay.
Okay? Because you only can use cantrips or first level spells. That's it.
Okay.
All right? So you look at one of the smaller ones to see if it's one maybe that you already know. All right? Or if it's one that you could learn. You spend 15 minutes doing that. Okay? So it is, it's a miscellaneous spell, so it's not a weapon, it's not something that hurts somebody, and it's not something that heals somebody. It is not a spell that you know.
Okay.
Okay? That's what you learn in 15 minutes. Then you can try to spend the rest of the 45 minutes and actually try to know it.
Yeah.
Or you could spend 15 minutes and look at the other one. You're going to have to do it someday, and you have the time right now.
I might as well.
Okay. So then you look at the other one. Okay. It is also a miscellaneous spell, and it is also one that you do not know. So it's going to be either or. They're both going to be, they're the useful type of spell. They're going to do something that's not going to hurt people or heal you.
Okay, I'll take a stab at it.
Okay. Do you want the first one or the second one?
Probably the first one.
Okay. You probably have time to do them both, really.
Yeah, I can try.
Okay. Now, if you fail this roll, which is what's likely to happen because you're really crappy at this,
Yeah.
okay, then you still have the spell, but the only way that you'll kind of know what it is, but the only way you'll be able to cast it is with read magic.
Okay.
You won't be able to ever memorize it.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and roll percentile dice. And you need the 2d10s, yep. And you need a lower number.
84.
Okay, so you failed to know it. But you know that it's a spell that slows you down when you're falling.
Okay.
So it's the kind of thing that can save your life. Which also means it's probably never going to be useful with read magic because you won't have time to pull out your book, cast read magic, and cast the spell before you hit the ground. So that's probably not going to work like that. Okay. Here's the upside. It's probably worth 500 to 600 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
So you could just sell it.
Okay.
And that's what would be your normal mode of thinking. If you find a spell that you can use that with read magic would be useful, you might keep it. But if you do it with read magic, and it disappears. There goes 500 gold. You know?
Right.
So
then
selling them
everything's
can
wrong.
be, yeah, exactly. Money is big. So when you get enough experience to train for your level, you have to pay somebody to train you.
Okay.
And it's not cheap. it tends to run, at first level, you're probably talking about 1,000 gold pieces. So each person is going to have to pay that. And it's for each class. So you're going to have to pay 3,000, one for fighter, one for mage, and one for thief. But getting money is a good thing.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, so then the other one, you look at it, by this time, they're awake and praying.
Okay.
You see her, she's awake, and she's passing out. Like she's like, oh, I forgot which one it is. Blow dog coffee, oh, please bless me, I'm feeling terrible, but please give me spells. Where was I? Oh, it's like, that's what's going on with her for the first, 25 minutes.
Poison man.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll percentile dice. You're looking for a low number.
52.
Check on your intelligence. That might be right there.
10.
It says,
8.
keep going, out to the right. There's a number that says, chance to know spells.
Percent, is it?
Yeah, it's a percent number.
It's 45.
45%.
So that's a fail then.
Okay.
Alright, so this spell could be useful with read magic, but it's also worth quite a bit of money. It's called Dancing Lights.
Okay.
And so it can be cast two different ways. One way is to make torch lights that float around, and you can control where they go.
Oh, cool.
So that's useful. Or another way is to make a 3-foot tall glowing man of light who will walk where you tell him to walk.
That sounds pretty awesome.
So either one of those are neat things. Unfortunately, you did not learn the pattern, so you can't memorize it, but you could cast it with read magic out of your book one time.
Okay.
And you could probably sell it for 500 or 600 gold. Okay? Alright. Yes, everyone needs spells and patterns.
You said how much? 45 or what?
So it'll depend on the market like that, but it's probably 500-600 gold each.
Okay.
So that
It can be more,
scroll could be
in the right place.
over 1,000 gold.
The
In the
scroll
right
is definitely worth over 1,000 gold because those two spells.
because they have 4 spells.
There's 2 other spells that are more powerful. Now you're at the end of the time. They're awake. They're finishing up praying, but you could still spend 15 minutes and look at either or both of those other 2 spells, and you can roll to know them even though you can't yet memorize them.
Okay, I guess I can do that.
Okay, so 15 minutes on the first one. I'll give you a gist of it. In fact, we'll do both of those first thing. But to roll to know them, you would take an hour, and if you do 15 minutes on each, and then an hour on one, everybody will be waiting on you. They'll all be totally done.
Yeah, no, I don't
So you just want to do the 15 minutes, and see what they look like?
Just to see what they are.
Okay, that's better. Okay, so... Okay. Okay, so it is a second level spell, which means you can't memorize it yet, even if you knew it. So there's no rush to learn it, right? Which also means it's worth double the money. So it's probably worth somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 gold. Quite a bit of money. It is a miscellaneous spell.
Okay.
But it does seem to have a hint of defensive overtones. There could be a way it could be used defensively.
Okay.
Maybe even offensively.
So
Okay.
I roll these 2 again?
No.
Oh,
Well, no, you don't have to roll to get the gist. You don't have to roll for that. Okay. And then the last one that's on there is a second level spell, and it is offensive in nature. It's a combat spell. Okay. So to try to know them, you'd have to spend an hour on them, and then you can know them even though you can't yet memorize them. You can do that with any level of spell. Even if you found a 5th level spell today, you could try to learn the pattern. You just go, well, there's no room in my head for this. It's too big. It's too complex for me to memorize it. Knowing something and memorizing it is way different. We know the Bible,
right.
but we don't have whole books of the Bible memorized.
Right.
For example, it's like that. Okay?
Can you still cast off the scroll or no?
Yes, you can use read magic to cast it even if you don't know it.
I do have that.
Yeah, so you could memorize tomorrow or the next time you sleep, you could memorize read magic, and you could cast any of those 4 spells.
Okay.
Now, if you cast the ones that you haven't spent the hour on yet, you wouldn't know what you were going to get until you started casting it. And then you could like, oh wait, crud, I'm doing something I don't want to do. You could abort, but you'd lose it. It'd be gone.
Oh no, I'm casting fireball inside this cave.
If you don't spend that hour to see if you can know it, then you really won't know what it can do. Basically, you're looking at individual runes and phrases and seeing what they do and figuring it out. That's what you're doing. You're not good at it. Lotus is not good at it. That's not her big thing.
I'm not intelligent either.
That's why you're not good at it. But you're studying. You're a lifetime learner, and so eventually you could get to the point of being very, very, very smart. You could increase Lotus's IQ to be like 150, 160 over time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you'll have to play the character for a while and build that up over time. And every day you're supposed to spend 2 hours studying other topics or whatever to improve your brain. So that's part of lifetime learning.
I have 3 different ones that I have to level up, so.
Yeah, it's going to take time. Yep, but you got a lot of skills. Okay, so we are going to stop here. You've rested the 6 hours. You got the healing. Let's do the healing real quick. All right, so we know Nick is beat up pretty good still. Does anyone want to cast a Cure Light on him? Okay, you cast 1 already. How many did you take? 2. So does anybody else have more than 1 that they would want to cast 1? You have 2 or more?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to cast 1 on him? Okay. Because what happens is if you get down to where only one person has healing left and that person goes unconscious, then you're in that same spot you were in before where the only person who can heal is the person that's unconscious. So you want to try to keep the Cure Light spread out if you can. So go ahead and roll a d8. She has to borrow a d8. It's the one she's missing. I'm going to give you a d8 before we go home. Don't let me forget.
Is this the D8?
Yes. 7. So I think you're full.
Yeah.
You can only go to your max.
9.
Alright, so.
3. I need 3s.
Yep, there we go. He's at max.
He feels great.
Alright. Who else? So, Nick is full. Lotus is full. Iris is full. Where's Ann at? You're full. That only leaves Hibiscus.
I can feel her.
Are you at full?
I'm not there.
So, she's definitely not at full. Alright, so who has Cure Lights left? You have 1 Cure Light left. You have 1 Cure Light left. Do you have a Cure Light?
Yeah.
How many did you take? 1 or 2? Just 1. Alright, so somebody's going to not have 1 in memory. Who wants to do it? Alright, Iris will cast it on Hibiscus. Go ahead.
What one do I do?
D8. And need a good roll because she's pretty beat up still.
I got 3.
3 is better than nothing. Take 3. Alright, so now you're at 4. So if you work down the fight tomorrow, and the next time you sleep 6 hours, and as long as she's tending your wounds, you'll be at full. But if you're gonna fight, you might want to be at full now. So that's up to you guys what you want to do with that. You gonna leave her down 2 hit points, or just want to cast another Cure Light?
When we came up here, would I have seen anything that could cause severe opposition?
So there was a whole conversation about the fact that there are natives that live on the island,
Okay.
and they have a problem with people who come to the island. They do not have a problem with the gnome.
Are they cannibals?
He didn't specify, but it didn't seem like that.
What do they eat?
He basically implied that they're very suspicious of strangers and they might attack like people they don't know or whatever, but that he and his brother never had trouble with them. That's what he said.
Maybe they'll take a treaty.
Yeah. Well, now you don't have the gnome with you. So although someone might be able to disguise themselves as the gnome or something, but otherwise you don't have the gnome with you. So
I have disguise, but I don't think I'm short of them.
no, you can use your talent to disguise on other people as well. So and actually you can use your talent to disguise to look shorter. How tall was he? I think he was like 4'2".
He's on the ship.
So you are 5'1", 5'3". You could probably get yourself to looking about down to maybe a couple inches taller than him. You could pass one. You can decrease your height by about 10 inches.
So I'm going to try to leave out.
Try to look like that. All right, we'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay, so a couple things real quick. First of all, I'm going to give you experience. So you're going to need to write this down on your experience part of your character sheet, which is a box on the back usually, I think. Looks like a box. Yep, there you go.
Where? Where do I put it?
Goes in the box on the back.
set a box. And
Oh, I
there's a lot of
see it.
boxes on
This, yeah, the only thing that actually is a square, I think, though. Okay, well, I do not like that background at all. That's terrible. Like, why would Google do that to me? Jeez. Okay, having trouble with I'm going to kill the music. It's going to get less exciting. The suspenseful music of this exploring this guy's deserted house. Check out Things Were Different Back Then, the origin story of Lord Victor told from a certain point of view. You have a what?
A boot pocket?
A blue pocket?
Boot.
A boot pocket, yes. A boot pocket, yes. Yes, you do.
Good thing for a knife.
The only thing I have in my
Baby knife.
Anything else you want to put
an
in?
S sword.
Baby knife.
Well, cool stuff in boot
What's
pockets.
iron planes? Is that what it says?
Iron filings.
Filings.
So they're little bits of metal. They're useful for a variety of, like detecting traps. You can use them for things like that. You can use them for fingerprinting, but you probably wouldn't do that. But a variety of things you can use them for. Sheets. That's what I need.
I'm neutral.
I'm sorry, I'm opening my spreadsheet for experience.
I think I'm okay.
It does dawn on us at one point as we're resting that there is a war dog somewhere that's walking around.
Yeah.
It's at the.
In town.
It's in town.
Probably hunting wanderers. People just wandering around at night and getting eaten by
And hopefully it eats
Funny
all
thing
the
with-
citizens.
so
that are-
funny
kind of
thing about
somewhat
illusionists.
undefeatable war dog.
So funny thing about illusionists, when they die, everything they created that they made real goes away.
But theoretically, until they die, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's back in town just eating people.
Yeah, so
Didn't seem nice, so it's probably not.
we had illusionist traveling with the uprising party for a
Sorry, I
while.
had trouble finding my spreadsheet for some reason, but I got it now.
He
All right,
created
you guys
a-
are vagabonds,
a
right?
tower at an inn for our mage.
Vagabonds.
And then he died. I'm like, could you imagine if somebody was sleeping in that tower and it just
The name of our group.
it just ceased to exist?
All right.
We all have different. We all
Just
have different.
go
We also determined when Bazor died that a lot of people went
It's
broke
not on your sheet.
because he created a lot of gems.
What we call this segment of the campaign.
Okay. Bazor created a lot of gems, so we're like, dude, somewhere in the world, someone just went massively broke.
You're right, you're right. Hard now.
I still have 3.
It's better than expected.
Oh yeah, we could have done that. Could have counted the pouches, divvied up the coin.
The spider you guys killed was worth quite a bit. Pretty tough dude. You never got to use this big whammy attack. Get a poison bite. It's pretty ferocious. The little ones had poison too. But
I was gonna use my 2D illusion to put up a wall on the ceiling, and then I got shot.
you know.
That was from her.
So far, I'm pretty sure that more people have been hit by friendly fire in this party than enemy missile fire.
Yeah, I
don't
so.
think very many people have done any shooting at you.
That's the first time I've gotten hit.
I got hit twice. I got hit by everyone. You know what?
I'm saying Lotus has been the brunt end of friendly
By
fire.
everyone.
I actually think I
Yeah.
But now
I think in the bar fight.
Yeah, Natalie shot her.
I shot
You shot her
I
once.
shot her too.
Hannah hit me with a stone.
Yeah,
She did a thing.
Yeah, I
Like,
got hit once.
You're like a magnet to friendly fire.
Somehow still get back up.
I'm pretty sure I hit Keyshawn too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit Keyshawn too.
Keyshawn kept saying, like, I don't trust you. Because I did that. It was like, it was joking. He was like, I would never trust you with a weapon around me.
It's a game. You just roll.
okay, so here we go.
That's what makes it entertaining.
Alright, so the number has some components and I just want to explain it real quick. Alright, so basically you get experience for monsters that you kill. When monsters have special abilities, you get more experience. When they have a lot of hit points, you get more experience. That kind of thing. So basically you get, the way the chart works is that like you killed a wyvern. A wyvern's a pretty powerful monster for a first level party. And then it has a very powerful attack in that if it hits you with your tail and you fail to save, you die. That's an extraordinary ability that can kill even a higher level character really quickly, that kind of thing. So he's worth a lot of experience. The spiders, low hit dice, low experience, but they have a decent ability, so they're worth less, like that. That's how that works. And then it all adds together. Everybody's experience goes in the same pot. And we divide the experience out by everybody that participated in or took threat in any way. So, for example, let's say the party gets in a huge fight in the inn, and somebody's upstairs sleeping in their bed. If that person that's upstairs sleeping in their bed has no threat, like there's no way the fight could involve them, bring them into it, or come up or there, something like that, then they wouldn't get any experience for that. So if you're not involved in the fight, you don't get experience for it. But if you're involved and have threat, even if, let's say, you wait with the horses, the party goes in the cave, they do a big fight in the party in the cave, but because you could be drawn into it at any time, you would still get a full share. So there's nothing wrong with, like, staying by the stairs, for example. That does not hurt your experience, or being out in the hallway doesn't hurt, because you still have the full threat, even though you might not take the hits, right? So everybody gets a full share in that regards. So if you have NPCs, an NPC, which both these characters are being considered NPCs at the moment, they get a half share. So we have 2 NPCs, that counts as 1. So if we take the total number of experience, we divide it by the 6 of you, plus 1 is 7, so we divide it by 7, and that's your share, okay? Then there's a thing called role-playing experience. So role-playing experience is when you play something about your character, or really everything about your character, the way your character is. You know, say you develop a habit. You say, well, my character really doesn't like spiders. I forgot how, they're really creeped out by spiders. You put that on your character sheet, and then every time spiders come up or could come up, you role-play the fact that your character really hates spiders, then that adds to your role-playing experience. The way role-playing experience is, you get assigned something between 0 and 0.25, okay? So 0.25 at first level, that means you could get 25% additional experience on top of whatever you got. So you got 1,000 experience, you get an extra 250 because you role-played your character well, okay?
First level is a lot.
Which at first level really adds up fast. You might get experience like 2-3 times, and you're getting 5,000 experience, but because you're getting 0.2, let's say, you're getting an extra 1,000. That's a lot. It's more, so you get more experience at this level, you're going to get more from role playing than you are from monsters, if that makes any sense. But then you also get experience for gold, value of things. So for example, let's say you found those pouches. So we can assume that during your break somebody counted the pouches. And then every gold piece is 1 experience. So because we have 7 party members, if you get 7 gold, everybody's going to get 1 additional experience. Divide it out. But if you get 1,000 gold, everybody's going to get like 150 more, right? 140 some more. So like that. So don't like just fight the monsters and don't take the gold, especially because that's going to come back to bite you later when you have to buy training, okay? Because training costs money. So you want to kind of be, so like you defeated the spiders, I'm going to give you a few tips. One of them is you defeated the spiders. Well, other people died to those spiders. So when other people died to those spiders, they left behind their personal belongings when they died. So you think, well, we killed spiders, let's see if they had any stuff. That's how it works, right? Same thing with like, you fought in the inn room and somebody went around snatching up the purses on the people that you defeated. That's semi-legit. It's fine, to do that.
Well, thieves, though.
Yeah, especially for thieves, right? So that's how that works. So think about when you defeat, so a monster like those spiders, the value of the treasure that you found in their nest was worth way more than they were. So like the total value of that combat is maybe 1,500, 1,200 experience total. If you find just like a +1 short sword and figure out how it works, that's like 1,000 experience. So you got to use those items like that longsword you found in that room. If it's magical, if you learn how to use it, you're going to get somewhere between 250 and 5,000 experience just for learning how to use it. Now that it's magical.
If you use it 3 times in combat,
using it 3 times in a combat, I'll tell you the bonuses, and if that's all it has, then you'll get the experience right then. Free experience. The spells that you found. If you choose to sell those spells, like you could right now, in fact, I would allow you to do this if you want to. You can say, well, those 2 spells that I didn't know, I'm going to just treat them as treasure. So I'm going to sell them as soon as I can. And if that's the decision you make, then they're just treasure. And that means that would be an extra 1,000 experience points that would go in the party's pool and everybody would divide that out. But then when the time comes, you have to sell them. You can't hang on to them at that point. Right? Or I would like trade it off, like later you find spells that you decide you're going to keep and you would not be able to do that or something. We have to work it out. But the best way to do it is if you find stuff, you take that longsword and let's say you don't want to learn how to use it. You go sell that. You sell it for 1,000 gold or 5,000 gold, or if it's say it's a +3 longsword, it might be 20,000 gold that you could sell it for. And everybody can pay for their training, and everybody splits up that experience, right? But if you learn how to use it in combat, you just get the experience for learning how to use it, and it goes directly, immediately to your total. Not you have to go through this whole rigmarole of trying to find a way to sell it. Right, because it isn't easy. Like, if you want to sell a magical sword, that's not an easy thing to do. You have to find somebody that buys magical swords, and that's big money. Like, a gold piece is quite a bit of money. Tens of thousands of gold pieces is a ton of money. And
put it in perspective, Xavier has a +4/+4 sword. He paid 39,000 gold for it.
yeah, and that was a bargain.
Yeah, and that was.
So, all right, anyway, so that's the thing. So when you kill monsters, think about, do they have treasure? Can we collect the treasure? That's going to add to your experience total. Okay. And then role-playing in this group, I'm giving everybody high role-playing marks right now. Keep thinking about it. I'm going to suggest some things, like specific things for characters that you can do to, like, for example, like, solve problems the way your character normally would do that. Like the clerics and the elves in the party using missile fire, using spells, that's exactly what you would do. That's how you do things, right? Charging up into combat, not so much for them. Right? You're strong, so you're going to be a melee fighter, and then cross over. Like, when you bring your bow into point blank, as far as damage potential as party, Lotus has the greatest damage potential currently.
We did 36 damage
32.
32 damage.
2 shots, 32 points. That's huge.
Extremely good.
So, like, a 5th, 6th level fighter is rarely going to have more than 30 points.
Do they level up to the other things?
The stats, the only stats that go up is if, like, you have bodybuilding, or in your case, you have lifetime learner, so your intelligence can go up. Yeah, they don't go up. Now, you might be able to find a way to enhance them magically. Yeah, that's what that lifetime learner thing is for you. You study your book every day, and your intelligence will go up as you go up levels.
Okay.
Wisdom
as well?
No, not wisdom.
Okay.
So there is a specific skill that allows people to increase their wisdom, but all of those skills take a skill cost. You have to pay for it, and they take time. Like, you're specialized with your bow. You actually have to, if you don't get in combat for a whole day, you have to practice for 2 hours with your bow to keep that skill. And you have to read your book for 2 hours. So if you didn't have to memorize spells or do anything else, and you're, like, say you're hanging out in town for a week, every day you have to spend 2 hours in your book and 2 hours training with your bow, just to keep your skills up. But if you get in combat, you fire your bow in combat 1 minute, that counts for the 2 hours.
Oh, awesome.
So that's why people who have a lot of weapon skill go around looking for a fight. So right now the Outsiders party, they were staying in an inn and everything was fine, and they saw a dog run out of the inn, and one of the characters goes, well, let's go just see where it went. And his whole thinking was maybe they could get into just a little bit of trouble so they could fight, so they wouldn't have to train with their weapons. So they went hunting this dog down. So now, that was, in real life, that was almost 3 months ago. The last 5 sessions, they've been wrapped up in this big, long plot that dog led them into, and they've been in like 5 fights, and they almost died several times, and it's been crazy, all because they went out and they're in the wildlands, so it's really dangerous territory. There's tons of really, and they knew that. They're like, well, we'll just go a little bit, just do a little bit, and they did. And
it's always
not working out that way. Okay. So anyway, right now I'm giving everybody high role-playing experience marks. I would just encourage you to keep thinking about it, like who is your character? We've seen some things like people, whether you intended to or not, you did a good job of playing wisdom. Like, especially you guys were doing a good job playing like low wisdom or an intelligence. I think sometimes it's easier to play low wisdom intelligence than it is to play high. That's going to be harder for all of you guys that have high wisdoms. If you don't think creatively, think ahead. So, and if you need help, ask. Just go like, I have a 17 wisdom. What do I think? What would work here?
Can I play my wisdom or can I play my intelligence?
Yeah, can I get help? Because it's really hard. A 15 intelligence, 150 IQ, and probably none of us have that. Right? So 150 IQ is like, right now there's a study that just came out. You've probably seen the memes on social media where people go like, the average IQ in America is 100 or something, and they take the IQ test and they dance and it shows their IQ. And the IQ test is not accurate, and I don't know that that's the right average, but it's funny. Anyway, it's the point. But the point is, not very many people have 150 IQ. So playing high intelligence is hard. Playing lower stats, like lower intelligence wisdom, that's actually fun and kind of easier.
Well, we put
Okay.
2 brains together, so.
Yes, and you guys were,
Don't like
and it was a muscle situation. You solved it. That was another thing too. So if you're something you're good at, you want to use that stat to solve your problem.
Right,
Don't try to like major in stuff that you suck at.
right.
You know, like if that doesn't make sense, for your whole life, you've been solving things by strength and speed. That's what Lotus has been doing. And yes, she's a lifetime learner. She's going to get smarter as she goes, but she hasn't yet. So she's been solving everything by strength and speed for the longest time. So that's what you should be doing. That makes good sense. Okay. So I have a document. I think I was going to send it to you before, and I never did. That talks about your girls, with Iris and Hibiscus's deities. Once I give that to you, so when we play the next time, you can bring that stuff in to your decision-making process. It will, like, you can think, well, my God would want me to do this, right? We're not idol worshiping or something like that, but these are characters like that are priests of a different deity. And so you think, like, just like in real life, we say, what would Jesus want us to do? So Iris needs to say, well, what would, whichever one it is, what would Huffy, for example, want me to do? You can look at your character and see what it is, but I have a little write-up for you of each one of them.
I don't have that.
Yeah, Gull and Bursty. Yeah, so yours is the giant warhorse. So your deity is the giant warhorse that serves Frey. It's Frey's horse. Frey is the god of the elves. His horse is intelligent, and you worship his horse. Eventually, you will have to transfer and worship Frey, because Gull and Bursty is not that great. He's not that powerful. He's a horse. He's an intelligent super horse, but he's a horse. He's a super horse that's intelligent, more smart, probably smarter than most people, and also can teleport at will. So he's pretty cool. But
It's so cool.
But eventually you're gonna have to step up to
Is it
Frey.
Pegasus?
No, he just disappears in one place and appears in another. Why would he need to fly?
Well, Pegasus is awesome.
Yeah, Pegasus are awesome. Yeah, and there are Pegasi in this game,
Good.
and
Can you
people
own one?
sometimes get them, ride them, own them, that kind of thing. So it's possible, especially female characters. They don't usually like male characters very much.
Oh, good. Plus.
Okay, and then
Are there griffins in this?
yep.
Ooh.
So Anne is being the solo character, the solo cleric that's gonna be all the more important. So your deity is Skirnir, who's the shield man of Frey. He's an actual person, right? Not like a horse or a golden boar. And he's pretty powerful. And his thing is, and if you look at your character sheet under your shield skills, your thing is like, you can protect people. You can protect yourself, but you can protect other people really, really well. So bear that in mind, that he is a shield man. That's what he is.
Where do you see that name?
Deities on the top, up there, on the middle, top middle, slightly to the right of the top box.
A deity.
You should say deity. But like, Lotus is not real religious, so it's not going to be as big a deal for you. It's the clerics, because that's where they get their spells from, that's where they get their abilities in, that's who they pronounce their blessings by,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
I get it.
So, one of the abilities that Skirnir gives you that will get really important in time is you can use your shield to reduce combat damage that's directed against you. So you haven't hardly been in upfront combat at all. But if you're fighting somebody with a sword, you can actually reduce their damage against you with your shield, which is a thing that most people can't do. Normally shields just make you harder to hit, but you can actually reduce their damage against you, and the higher level you get, the more you can do it. Like, you'll eventually get to the point where a normal person just couldn't hurt you with a sword. It's just not possible, as long as you have your shield between you and them. It's really a cool ability. So that's it. So think about, like, in this party, for example, Lotus is a great bowman. So as long as she can use her bow, she's going to be devastating against the enemy. Okay? So you could get in front of her with your shield, protect her, she can still fire the bow, and the stuff that's coming at you, you could defend yourself and also defend her. Does that make sense? So that shield ability that you have, or let's say if Hibiscus or Iris want to cast a spell, maybe they're going to cast healing and combat is still going on, or they're going to cast some other kind of spell. You can get in front of them when they try to cast and use your shield to protect you and them. And that's the special ability that you get being a follower of Skirnir. Eventually you will have to step up from Skirnir to Frey also, because even though he's awesome, He's more awesome than a horse or a golden boar, because that's what she worships, right? He's awesome. He's better than either one of those two. He's still not powerful enough to give you the big spells that you're eventually going to be capable of. Eventually, if you play the character long enough, for example, you can rain fire down from the sky that will destroy buildings. You can, even a way low level, you can cast Hold Person that will freeze people in place. There's all kinds of things like that.
Hold Person is
As a cleric.
That is such a good spell.
With her clan, does that belong to the clan itself?
What
Like
do you,
us?
what do you mean the clan?
So we're together. It's
Yeah.
like a clan.
She's going to protect you with
Okay,
those
so
spells.
we wouldn't
Yeah.
be burning from.
Well,
the
if you're
fire.
inside the burning, it's called Flame Strike. When she gets higher level, if you're inside that, it would hit you,
Oh, well, I try to stay
and it's
away.
really
Like when mages get
devastating.
fireball, like when a mage
They
gets
tend to
fireball,
accidentally blow people
yeah.
up.
You
Yeah,
have to be careful
When it
where you
happens.
place the fireball because it will injure your party.
yeah.
Awesome.
There are some spells that are selective, like on Hold Person, for example. She can pick up to 3 people and hold them, and she can choose not to do her friends, obviously, once she has the ability. All 3 of them will be able to do it. It's going to be a little slower for Iris and Hibiscus because they're not a straight cleric. So it's going to take them a little longer to get to the higher level spells, but their thief spells are going to keep getting better too. Or thief skills, are going to keep getting better. So
She may level up.
she's going to probably
faster.
level up faster, yeah. As a straight cleric, because she's not going to be dividing her experience. Like
Right.
the experience I'm about to give you right now is probably enough to make her a second level cleric, but I don't think anyone else will make second level
No.
because everybody's got to divide it 3 ways. Okay, so then there's one more factor in experience as I give you the total. So if your the class in question, you have a 15 or higher in the necessary stat. So for example, for the fighter, that's strength. So if you have a 15 or higher strength, which you do, you get an extra 10% added to your experience. And then assassin, it's dex. So do you have a 15 dex? I think no.
It's 13.
Yeah, so you will not get the extra 10% on your assassin. So you would get it on your fighter. You will not get it on your mage because you're so far from a 15 intelligence.
I have a dex.
So.
And then dex of 15 or better, so you would get it on your thief. So basically your fighter and your thief are going to get extra 10% every time, but your mage is not. Okay? So that's how that works. And then same thing over here. So Natalie, you're going to get the 10% on your cleric, but not on your thief, right? And then you're going to get it on your cleric and your thief, and she's going to get it on her cleric. So that's the last part. All right, so here's the numbers. Everybody ready? Okay, this takes into account everything that I just said. So role-playing experience is in there.
What?
And I can tell you what your number is on that. Okay, so we're going to write, so Chris, the experience, so the total that I have, so this is before splitting it in half and before 10%, is 24.29. Okay, so you split that in half, which means you're going to get 12.15 to each class. So you just put 12.15 and then 12.15. So you have to keep it separate the whole time you're playing the character. You have 2 numbers. Okay, and then you're going to get 10% on your fighter, which is an extra 122. There you go. And then you can add that up, and that's what you've got. And I'll tell you how close you are when we're done. Okay, Holly, same number, 24.29. And I gave both of you guys 0.25, which is the maximum role-playing experience. 24.29. So yours is going to divide 3 ways.
Oh boy.
Yep. So you're going to have 810 in each of your classes. Each class has 810. And then you're going to add
The 10%.
the 10%. So you're going to get 81 onto your fighter and your thief.
So it would be 800.
891 for fighter, 810 for mage, and 891 for thief.
Okay, so we just add them all up, or?
They have to stay separate. So it's 810, 891, and 891. That's what you have. So your 810 for your mage will go on the mage chart, and when you get to the right number, you'll go to second level mage.
Cool.
That 891 for thief goes on your thief chart. When you get there, thief will go up fastest for you.
So
You're close already.
Yeah, so you just level up pretty quick.
Yep. So you're always going to have to keep those 3 numbers separate. Okay?
those 3 numbers would be is probably
Natalie,
list here.
Okay.
2332.
I didn't do that. So.
Okay? So yours is divided in half. So it's going to be, what is that? 1166. So each class gets 1166. And Haley, yours is the same. Each class is going to be 1166.
Wait, where do you put this?
So you can
And
actually
there's a box right there on the left. Put cleric 1166, thief 1166.
that you won't need
Okay, and then you're going to get 10%.
because that is all you need.
You get 10% on your cleric, but not on your thief.
Because then once you get
So you're going to add another
which I think
112
is like 1,251
on your cleric side. And then Haley, you get 112 on both.
What about the fire?
So
I think they're the same. I think
You just add it in if you want now. Just increase that number by 112.
Okay, so almost
So you were at 11, what did I say?
So then
1166 plus 112, so it'd be 1278.
I've been
So both classes are at
I
1278.
was. It took me
That might be enough for
2.5.
thief. That's really close. Super
2.5.
close.
I think it's 1251 for a thief.
1251.
Yeah. I have it on my character sheet.
What did we just say it was?
and the fire.
76.
12 what?
1278.
So she made second level thief.
Who did?
Haley did. Thieves go up really fast.
Yeah,
so
thieves.
You almost. I mean,
Fighter is the same as a thief, right? They have the same experience.
No, fighters are more than thieves.
So,
They are more than a thief.
Hold on, we'll do it in a second. Okay, Hannah. We get all the numbers out there first. Okay, so Hannah's 2313.
Well, say you get that same number, you just add it to this.
Okay, and then you get 10% on that. So you add 231, which would make it 2543.
do I get a bonus?
You should have a bonus to your fighter, right?
Yeah,
You
fighter.
already had it. Yeah, you added the 10%.
Yeah, that's it. We did that. Yeah, we did it. Yep.
So I have.
Okay, so now we'll check and see where people are at. So you can compare your number in your class to this. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So fighters need 2,001 experience to become second level. Okay, so you're halfway, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a fighter.
Yep. What are you at?
With the 10%.
Yeah.
1337.
Yeah. So you need 700 more, roughly, a little less than 700. Okay. So basically, the next time we get experience, you're going to make the level, both of you probably. It'll be close for Holly. It depends on how much experience it is, because she's dividing it 3 ways. Okay, and then all right. So we've got mages need 2501.
Wow, I'm far from that.
Yeah. So you're only a third of the way there.
Sorry, barbarians are worse. Barbarians level up very slow.
Really?
Okay.
But they get it.
Thieves are 1250.
I'm not too far from that.
Yeah, so you're close. So Haley made that. Did you make it?
Yeah.
You made 1250.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are both going to be considered second level thieves. So what that means is, right now you get a little bit more hit points, and that's it. Okay, so once you train for your level, then you get better at all of your skills, all of your thief skills. You're going to have to find somebody, because you can't train each other because you're all the same levels. You're going to have to find somebody that you can pay. They have to be at least 2 levels higher than you in that
Would
ability.
they be able to train me?
No, not unless they're at least 2 levels higher than you.
Okay.
So eventually they will. That means
Yeah.
eventually these 2 will be able to train you, because you're going to be slower than them coming up. Yeah. Okay. So hit points first.
Right.
So Natalie, your character's at full hit points right now, right?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and we'll do it anyway. Normally you would add onto your max, but you don't heal to get there, but we'll just do it for now, just because. So you're going to roll a d6 for your thief and divide it in 2.
6.
You rolled a 6, so you're going to add 3 hit points. And you can just go ahead and put yourself at max, and that's your new max. So what was your max previously?
6.
So now you have a max of 9,
Hard assassin,
and you can put it at 9. So we'll just say you're at 4 points.
Mine will.
Okay, and then Haley, you got to do the same thing. So your thief is going to be a d6 divided by 2, because you always roll all the different types of dice, and you're not rolling your cleric dice yet. You're just rolling your thief.
What was mine? I can do everything else, but what was
Got
mine?
5.
You rolled a 5. Okay, so you're going to get 3 hit points onto your max. Okay, illusionist is 2250.
Yeah, I got that. What was the total experience I got?
Oh, yeah.
I can do everything else, so
okay,
you can help them. I know how to do everything else.
2429. Okay, so the clerics then.
Oh, you know what? I do get the 10% for illusionist and thief, because I have an 18
Yep.
and an 18 dex. So
Yeah. Okay, so clerics need 1,500 to go up to second level. So probably neither one of you are quite there.
Are you
Nope,
now?
but Hannah is. So you'll be considered a second level cleric, but you have to get training to actually get the second level abilities, but you get your hit points right now. So that means you get D8 more hit points. So roll a D8. The one dice that she doesn't have, of course.
What was it again? 24,
29.
24, 29.
Okay, so you add 3 to your total max hit points.
So if you have a half
That
number,
could have been better.
if you divide it in half,
Okay.
you round up. Or
At 0.5.
at 0.5 you round up. Okay.
Okay, does anybody have a con bonus that went up a level? So all 3 of you went up a level. Do you have a con bonus? What's your con?
16.
So you actually got 2 additional hit points as well from your con right now. You won't get them when you get your cleric level, but you get them right now. So your max is 2 higher. So you're actually 11. So she's like up there now. She's got almost the most hit points in the party. What's your con? Constitution? 7? Is that what you said? Okay, let's tell us. Do you get a negative? Does it say -1 under hit point adjustment? It might.
I don't think it.
No. If your con was 6, you would actually get -1 hit points per level, but you're fine.
Wow.
You're fine. Yep, that doesn't. So, and then Haley, what's your con?
11.
Okay, so you don't either. So what's your max hit points?
9.
You have the highest max hit points in the party now.
So a comedian and assassin would be the same as a thief.
No, it's a separate chart. Let's check it real quick.
So to make sure I'm doing this right, so I get 10% for my illusion, 10% for my thief. So that means they're
Assassin's 1,500.
so they should be the same then, right?
15, nothing.
You're close.
Is it?
Nope.
Like, there isn't a bonus or anything for it.
So my experience on both of my classes should be the exact same.
So you need really 500 because it's going to be split in half. Should be the same.
Yeah, my experience should be the same since I get the bonus. Since I divide it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Divide
so,
in half, add 10%, or you could add 10%, divide in half. Either way,
Yeah,
because they
okay.
both get 10%.
Yeah. So then
It really only matters
I did make
which
second
class
level.
gets the 10% if you have 10% in one class and don't have it in another. So like you have 2 that have 10%, but 1 that doesn't.
Perhaps you'd like to write for Low Moon Adventures. The Prince Albert series on Kindle is a short story series where you can write your own based on our prompts and donate them or donate half their profit to the ministry.
So, it's going to be a long time before you get a 15 intelligence. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon.
No.
So, okay, so that's how that's done. I'm going to give her a D8, and then I have a prop that I want that you all can see before for your
thief.
Okay, so you divide it by 2.
Yeah, which would be
Roll.
6.
Oh, nice. So you have 3 hit points.
3, so I get 5. Hey, I have 11 hit points.
I have like 5 colors to choose from, I think.
Hannah.
I'll bring it in there.
I think you got the same decision now.
Me and Hibiscus are tied for the highest hit points.
No.
Because now I have 11.
At least I won't be knocked out every time I get hit.
So the cool thing also that you guys might find a lot more fun to play is if you add little character traits to your character. Like I have a list of like 20 things about this character that are just specific. Like for instance, the sandal thing. He has a very dislike for feet, so his feet are always covered. So he doesn't wear sandals. He doesn't like feet. And the other thing is he really likes books. So that's why even though he can't read, none of you guys would know that, but he can't read that book because it's written in a language he doesn't know, but he still reads books.
I tried to show you them and it fell in your lap. These are the rings that were found.
One of his the other character trait that he has was kind of displayed in the combat. If he's essentially useless in combat, he'll just cheer the party on.
What are the rings? So those.
I put a little.
Are those the handles?
Those are the rings that these are the handles. Those are the rings that your dad gave
Put
you
in my
to take.
miscellaneous information. Checks for traps.
Oh, yeah. Or different models. Yeah, the different colors.
Like one of Xavier's funniest character traits that took the party quite a while to figure out, and I've had it this way since I started playing the character, is he has his sword out at some of the most random moments. Like he is almost constantly walking around with the sword drawn.
What?
Why?
Just that's how he is. He's a character that was literally, since he could walk, has had a longsword in his hand. He was born to fight, and that's his whole thing. So, when I generated the character, one of his character traits is he walks around in uncommon places with his sword drawn.
What color you like?
And it's gotten him in trouble a couple
Same color or
times.
different color?
So, like, if you're walking around a city, he'll have his sword out.
Yep.
And 2 of those, you want one?
And it's gotten him in trouble a couple of times because there's, like, for instance, there's some cities that's very frowned upon. Like, when we went to Geoff for the first time, he didn't know this because he had never been there. So he walked around and he had his sword out. And he ended up getting in trouble for it.
That color, sort of ish.
He almost actually got, if I'm not mistaken, I think he almost got thrown in jail for it.
My sword.
For carrying his sword around in the city.
Here, put this one in there.
No.
For carrying it drawn in the city.
Okay.
Because I've never been to the city, so I didn't know.
Clerics do need D8s though.
And
That's a thing. The flame strike that they do does 1d8 per level damage.
Oh, wow.
So you roll a lot of them, and you roll healing all the time. Okay. So I think this is good. So what I was leaning toward as far as stabilizing this was, I think we had it on the first Saturday daytime of each month. So when you second, look at your calendar, see how that works. If it works for you, then it's cool. I have like a low moon calendar to keep track of everything. We could just invite you to that calendar so you can see what the dates are too.
Okay.
And
So
then
the next
we would
Saturday?
play 3 for 2. Because we would go to
interesting and more fun.
we would
play.
go
Think
to
of little character
it
traits
would always
like
be the
that.
first Saturday.
You don't have to
and
tell
then,
anybody
like
that
the
that's
fourth
what
Saturday. I have
Like,
off
seriously,
of Origins
it
that
took
we plays at
Uprising.
night, so we would play in the evening on like
I was playing with that
every
for
other month on the fourth
probably
Saturday.
2.5
But
years
it'd be on the
before I
calendar is the
realized
point,
that
so I can
was
share the
something
calendar with you or have Sherry do it. And then
nobody
I go like that.
brought it up. It's
That'll
the
work.
first time I think it was Brunson when he goes,
the only thing I didn't do was should have sent that.
I think it was actually not long after he found out.
Also, at
he
some
got
point in
thrown
time, if we
jail.
want to make copies of these, so you guys can just keep them, because sometimes it's good if you have the character at home so you can familiarize yourself where things are located and so on.
Yeah, that's kind of what takes a little bit of time. But
Well, we're getting used to it. I mean, it's a work in progress.
I don't know if any of you guys have.
I definitely put in my character traits that he checks traps now.
Joe, based on his wisdom, it should be a trait that says he knows he should check for traps.
He might forget sometimes,
Yeah.
but, you know.
You could theoretically put any kind of character trait
Yep.
as long as it fits with your character.
Exactly. Whatever, and you have to be careful because what you put on there is what you're going to role play. So let's say if you say your character, overeats every time they eat, well then in about 6 months your character's going to be obese because you have to role play that, right? Or if you say my character hates men, well then every time you see a man you have to attack them or something. Just be careful about what you put down. But you can put down anything that you think you want to play.
My character beat that.
Okay, here's the document. Just
Like
print it.
I said, I very vividly remember it because it was our first time. It was Xavier's first time going to Geoff, and he almost got thrown in jail for having his sword out.
Your character practiced with her bow every day. And also reads her book every day.
Another really interesting character trait that I like about
You will be
Amaldan
someday.
is he's got little scraps of wood, which I put in my bag, little scraps of wood from that nest, because he's got a set of carving knives, and he carves little figurines that he gives people for gifts. Like when he first met you guys, he gave you each that little figurine.
Turtle.
Yep.
I think he gave me a wooden horse.
Yeah, they're like 2 inches tall. They're little figurines.
Yeah. I wrote it down on my
I think
paper.
mine's like a cow or something.
Yeah, but that's something he does. He'll sit there and just start carving little figurines. Mostly because he's a very chaotic character, so he has to keep his mind working. So he's got to be doing something. He's like ADD times 10. Like he's got to be doing something. He's not the type of character that's just going to sit around and do nothing.
And you're like,
He will find things to do,
like run away from
which
fights.
I'm afraid of because that might get him into some trouble.
Yeah, these are interesting characters. I really think you can see like the relationships developing and stuff in the party. That's kind of cool because you're starting to.
You guys got this.
Who's going to go first? Who's going to go last? It definitely seems like the idea is Nick is the brute force and everybody else is shooting whoever he's fighting. That seems to be the tendency at the moment.
You want to take care of that, or we'll be back here waiting.
I go first.
Also, you will see, it'll be important that you'll go first more often when he's wounded and stuff like that. You can definitely see that they're going to get a little. There should be a little less falling unconscious going on now because they're getting a little more hit points.
Stay tuned for more Lomunian adventures.